stand? And will you turn around, face the congregation? I don't want them to see your back, but your front. All right? Let me see if I can get this right. Get my glasses on. You know, y'all keep facing them. I will introduce you. All right? This is David, Darren, Catherine, Migdale, Arlenas. Is that right? Is that close? Arlenas? And Leanna. Leanna is a concert pianist. She is actually under the care of the chairman of the department of university over in Harrisonburg in music department. Migdale came to the U.S. as part of Equipping the Saints missions organization over in Weir's Cave. His heart was captured, and our heart was captured, and as you know, I'm a member of the board of directors there, and we worked with them, and you helped do some of the funding for the last year of effort, and we were blessed in 1 year to get him a green card. 1 year. That is so phenomenal. I want to tell you, folks, that is so unusual and extraordinary. Now, the family, the daughter, the wife, and the son, they are a little bit still having to be quiet and stay low. They can't be out traveling too much, can't go far. But in another 3 months or so, they get to go through the same process, and we believe they will also be cleared to be in the U.S. So he is becoming the right-hand man of Keith Jones, who is the president of Equipping the Saints, one of the most amazing organizations and one of the most brilliant men that I have ever known. He is truly amazing. And Keith has cancer. In fact, he will be in a Charlottesville hospital tomorrow for chemo treatment. And so we're asking you to be prayerful for him, but we're so prayerful that Migdale will quickly be able to pick up on this great missions organization and that his family will be able to be with us. He was a pastor in Cuba. Now, we're going to look forward to another time when he'll be with you and be able to talk and to share with you what it's been like to live in Cuba for these past years. And so we'll have that privilege on another occasion, and on another occasion, we will have her do you a special piano solo, okay? Thank you. God bless you. You may be seated. Oh, I did not. Sorry. Here, he is from Cuba, but he was able to get here through kinship and what sponsorship in the family. And this is a friend of his who is from Ecuador. I got it, from Ecuador. And so he drove them over today. And so we thank you for doing that and becoming a friend of Covenant as well. God bless you. You may be seated. Now, if you will, please, you're going to hear one of your very own this morning, John Wachori, in a few minutes. But he would like for us to do a presentation, a video about the work in Kenya before he comes to share a few words with you. If you will, please proceed with video.
Lord. Hallelujah. Keep watching. Keep watching. So my name is John Wachori, and this is what we are doing in Kenya. I decided we watch that one so that when I start talking, at least you will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I didn't put any music, but we are doing well. Kenya look at the animals that we have in Kenya. So if you happen to visit Kenya, or if you want to go visit Kenya, these are the kind of animals that we're going to see. There we go. There you go. We have 42 tribes in Kenya. And Kiswahili is the national language. Whatever he was singing in Swahili, so I was very much in the song. Yeah. So in Kenya, English is the official language. The official language is English, but the national language, the national language is Swahili. So wherever you go in Kenya, you will speak Swahili, those who know, because some of the tribes, they don't know Swahili, but they are learning. But it is the national language. But the official language, to go to an office, to go to the office, to be in the office, to work, you speak English. And to learn, to go to school, you use English. Yeah. Up there it talks about the population of Kenya, the religious population in Kenya. About 70%, 80% of Kenyans are Christians. That's what they say. They are Christians. And then we have about 10% are Muslims, and 10% is the other religions. We got many of them coming up. But the Islamic community is taking over. It is taking over Kenya. Because they have, for example, in my city, we had only one mosque, about 2 mosques in Nakuru. Nakuru city is my city. But when I went last year, there are about 15 mosques right there. So 15, that is a small city. If you go to the bigger cities, they have many of them. So if you ask me, I'll tell you, they are taking over. Tribal conflicts in Kenya. Ethnic conflicts in Kenya occur frequently, although most are minor skirmishes. Those conflicts come when elections are there. For example, this season is just ending. Actually, it ended yesterday. It ended yesterday when the opposition chief went to see the president and kind of recognized him because they were not recognizing him. Kind of yesterday, he recognized him as the president of the nation. So kind of yesterday, from yesterday now going forward, we will see something happening, and we are looking forward to see it.
What you're really saying is, when it comes political time, the whole country goes into disruption.
Yes, sir.
The government may even shut down, businesses close down, right?
Yes, sir.
And then when finally the president's elected, they try and make peace, and then it gets back to business.
We are back to business.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. And you can communicate, you can meet, intermingle with others, you can do business as usual. But during election time, it's chaos.
And sometimes people die.
People die. They are displaced because when most of the Kenyans, they have gone all over the country. So if you go to a region which does not belong to you, they will call you as someone who came in, an immigrant, for example. You just came in, you don't belong there. So during election time, they kind of fight those who are near to a particular place to go back to where they came from. That's what they say. So the fighting is escalated during election time.
Keep going.
Yeah. The Rift Valley province is actually in the the Rift Valley province is in the central part of Kenya, and this is where most of the tribes are. Most of the tribes are on the Rift Valley. And in 2008, 2007, the Kenyan crisis was a political, economic, and humanitarian crisis. This erupted after former President Mwai Kibaki was declared the winner of the presidential election held on December 27, 2007. Supporters of Kibaki's opponent, who is Raila Odinga, of the original, now is NASA, alleged election manipulation.
That's in front of you.
Yeah, so I am glad I can see it now. So he said it was a manipulation. So he told his people to rise up against the government, and so there were crises. And people were fighting from the east to the west just to topple the government which was elected so that the opposition leader can take over. Until Kofi Annan, the Secretary General, United Nations Secretary General came and mediated between them, and they resolved to have a coalition government. Now, this last year, the same happened. When the elections happened, the winner won, who was the former president, and the same guy said there was a manipulation. Whatever it is political. I am not political. But the thing of it is that the people of God went into prayer. They prayed about it. They prayed about the nation. They prayed for the nation. And yesterday, praise the Lord, just yesterday, he went to the president, to the State House, and they said that there will be peace. They said they want to work on the unity of the nation, which is a tremendous thing. And therefore, we thank God. I remember I shared with Pastor, and we've been praying with some other people about Kenya and the elections and the things that were going on. And so I can say today, we can celebrate the goodness of the Lord and the victories of the Lord because of what happened yesterday. As I was listening today, because I usually listen to the radio in Kenya and the churches, some are tuned in the TV, and I listen to them. Today was also a celebration in the churches because of that unity that was seen yesterday in the nation of Kenya. Now, the killer diseases, AIDS and HIV and AIDS. This is killing so many people in Kenya. And it's been killing so many people. So some are dying because of the crashes, and others because of diseases. And again, we have the poverty level, unemployment. So people do a lot of stuff, do drugs, do anything that you can say. And when they do that, most of them, they die, and things happen. And after the tribal crashes, people went to IDPs. People went to the IDPs, internally displaced persons, camps. When they went there, that's where they were staying. So they were depending on humanitarian aids. And people were coming from all over to help. And at that time, that was 2008, at that time, we organized a team to go and pick up some kids who were desperate, and we took them from the IDPs and brought them to a piece of land we had bought, and built some shelters for them, where they are even today. And that's what a sister of mine, who is a presenter, of the radio presenter, used the radio to inform people of what she was doing. And through that, we have managed to build the orphanage. We are building it. It is coming up, though it is going so slow. And so that's what she is doing right now. Now we had about 100 kids in that place. Them kids, they got so many problems. When we went there, I looked at them, their eyes were red. And I was like, what is happening? Is it the weed? What is happening? And I realized they were sick. So we had to look for help, for some people to come and help with the eyes. So when I hear my brother talking about eye problem, it is there in Kenya, and especially the weeds and whatever is happening. Lack of medical facility, medical supplies. This is one thing which is pushing them down. But with the money, people will do anything, because what is lacking is the money. The money is the issue. Because I heard somebody say yesterday that when you go to the hospital, if you don't pay up front, you will die there. That is what happens in Kenya. If you don't, you have to pay first. When you go to the hospital, you pay the doctors, you are given all the charges, and if they have not even gone through you to identify this is what is needed, this is what is needed, before they do that, you have to pay up front. So most of them, if they don't have the money, then they will die with their sicknesses.
John, we talked about this last night, and you may have said it, and I may have overlooked it, but like in Kenya, is it like in some other countries? If you don't have money to pay, you don't even get to see the doctor. You have to pay the hospital before you have surgery, not after.
you have to pay the doctor before. You have to pay the secretary who is there. When you enter the door, the secretary is there. Yeah, I came to see the doctor. Give this money. So you have to pay first before you see the doctor. Even before they diagnose you, you have to pay first. And it also depends with the hospital that you go to. There are some which are high, others are low. Now, where they are low, where you can go, even to go in there, it's a big problem because people are so many in queues and they sleep, they come, they stay there days waiting to be attended to. So most of them, they will even die.
How much does it cost for surgery for a child with a cleft lip? A lot of them in the world, you know.
There are a lot of them, and we have, what do we call them? Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders usually come over, and they help with the clips with those kids. If you don't have, I don't know how much it costs. I have not searched to know how much it would cost. But most of them, when these Doctors Without Borders, yeah, that's the name they call them. When they come in, those are the people who help such kids and others who have kind of such problems. So you would depend on people who will come in to help for your health.
I'm looking, John. Let's just talk a minute here as we kind of bring it to a close here. Fact of the matter is, many things that in America, like how often do we see someone with a cleft lip in America?
I don't think I have not seen
You remember
any.
seeing anybody the last few weeks? Well, actually, our missionaries who are with us, John and Susie Pickens, they adopted a Malaysian girl, and she's 12 years of age, and she does have some cleft lip, and she has a 70% blockage. So she was a throwaway child in Malaysia, and they adopted her. So she will be part of what we'll be doing as our missions project this year is helping her to get her surgery. They're going to pay the cover for her nasal passage at 70% blocked will be covered, but the doctor said, while I'm there, I can correct her lip. So the point is, I want to make here, in many countries, as in Kenya, people simply live with things here that here we get fixed quick.
Yeah,
They live and die.
You
right?
just live with. That's how you were born. You stay like that.
And
So
in some cases, so some countries, things that in this country, in some countries, a redheaded person is considered evil. Go ahead.
You are considered you are cursed, or someone
You're
drew.
cursed.
You are cursed, or someone drew some bad omen on you. Omen, yeah, it's a bad omen on you. So that's why you were born like that, and nothing can change that. So you die like that.
And in the country of Malaysia, John, that we have missionaries this week, albinos are being killed because they believe they are evil people and they're witchcraft.
They did that in Kenya. They did that in Kenya. They were killing them,
Right.
or if you are not killed, you are hated. Once you're
Right.
born, you're put in the house and locked in. You are not supposed to go out. But now they are coming up. Actually, we have a member of parliament who is albino, who is now a member of parliament who is albino. After people have been enlightened.
So let's cover here what's so close to your heart. What happened because of AIDS and because of ethnic
Crisis.
conflict? You have a huge number of orphans.
We haven't. Yeah, we do.
And so you have actually gathered together about 100 orphans at this point,
Yes, we do.
and you're in the process of building.
We are in the process of building.
But one of the greatest challenges you have is water.
Water is the biggest challenge.
And so we have already paid from here for geological studies,
Yes, we have.
and now it has to go through unbelievable red tape with the government. Government has to tell you exactly where you can drill and how you can drill. Not like here. I mean, you may think it's complicated in America, but it's not anything like in Kenya, right?
It is complicated.
And yet Kenya is over the top of the largest underground lake in the world. Am I correct?
It is.
Yeah, so
It
they've
is.
got water,
We got
but the
water.
government protects it. And if you're caught cutting down a tree, what, John?
You'll be jailed.
You'll be put in jail
You'll be jailed.
because they value their natural heritage and they want to keep it so that the animals continue to feel a home there.
Yes.
Am I right?
You are right.
I'm just trying to help
You are right.
help people get an understanding. But what you have now is an orphanage of about 100 people that needs water.
We desperately need water.
And so what we're going to do is in the next few minutes, we're going to illustrate something to this congregation, and you're going to help me do that, okay? You and I are going to go down below, and we need 23 other people. Layla, you're trying to say something? Please?
As an adopted child, I think it's very important that you know that Jessie does not know she's adopted. So if you ever meet her, please do not share that. We're talking with the Pickens about how we feel her life should be, how they should tell her, but they are still reluctant to do that. So please, if you ever meet this child, don't say anything about that. That's important.
Thank you. All right, I need 23 other people come up here for a life lesson right now. Doesn't matter. 23 other people. Come on. 23 people. 23 people. That's going to make us 25. Line up across here, please. We're going to do a practical lesson for Covenant Church this morning. All right? Nope. Men and women. But we need, all right, 20. We need 20. Go ahead and make it 25. I'll stay out of it. All right? We need 25 people. Come on. How we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We need 7 more. 7 more people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, right here. I think that's it. All right? I think that's it. Am I good, Terry? Tell me.